depths of despair, find the strength to rise. Unidentifiable. It's important to keep mindful that pain is temporary when circumstances in life are difficult. Every setback presents a chance for development and resiliency. Accepting what obstacles life throws at you can result in deep inner strength and personal growth. There is always a ray of hope waiting to be discovered despite the suffering. 2. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Rumi, writer of Adversity, has the potential to inspire change. Our problems have the power to brighten our future, similar to the way a wound allows light to enter. Life's painful experiences serve as a reminder to look for the lessons they can teach us so that we might grow mature and wiser. 3. The strongest souls have emerged out of suffering. Khalil Gibran. We can choose to allow misfortune to demolish us or to use it to strengthen us. The most resilient and compassionate people are often the ones who survive the most difficult tribulations. If we let it, pain could shape us into the best versions of ourselves. 4. The pain you feel today is the strength you feel tomorrow. Unknown. Every adversity we experience fortifies our resilience and commitment. The agony that we experience now serves as the basis for our future fortitude. When things in life are hard, keep in mind that they are training you for greater things later on. 5. In the midst of winter, I found there was, within me, an invincible summer. Camus Albert. Despite all, we have a glimmer of hope even in the worst of times. Remember that you have the inner strength to persevere and triumph, even when life is unpleasant and everything seems hopeless. Your spirit will lead you through the storm like a light in the shadows. 6. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. J.K. Simmons Rowling. When life knocks us down, it gives us the chance to get back up tougher than before. We must face our weaknesses and draw on our inner stores of fortitude and resiliency when faced with adversity. We have the potential to rise from the abyss, rejuvenated and strengthened, much like a phoenix. 7. Pain is temporary. It may last a minute or an hour or a day or a year, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. Eric Thomas Jr. It is easy for us to get overwhelmed by the depth of our suffering when life is painful, but it's crucial to keep in mind that suffering is temporary. The suffering we experience will shift into something new, just like the seasons do. Acknowledging this transience can make overcome life's obstacles easier. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who win battles we know nothing about. Unidentified. It requires fortitude to carry on when life is painful, even when no one else is aware of our difficulties. Our internal struggles mold us in ways that others might never know. Power comes not from boldness, but from the quiet tenacity of people who will not allow the pain they endure to get the better of them. 9. Robert Frost once said, "The only way out is through." Avoidance of pain just makes it worse by extending the misery. We must face and transcend our pain in order to find the way to recovery. We can find the willpower to persevere and come out on the other side entire again if we appreciate our suffering and grant ourselves permission to feel it wholeheartedly. 10. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. Unidentified. When we endure pain in life, we may doubt our capacity to persevere. All of our obstacles, however, serve as evidence of our inner fortitude and resiliency. Because we have the bravery and tenacity to keep going, we can triumph over even the most difficult challenges. 11. The wound is where the light enters you. Rumi, author of When we experience suffering in life, it represents a chance for development and change. The way light can enter a wound, so too can the path to self-discovery and healing be illuminated by our hardships. We can come out of the dark stronger and more enlightened than before if we welcome our sorrow with courage and resilience. 12. Haruki Murakami once said, "Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional." Even if we are unable to always influence the suffering we go through, we can always decide how we want to react to it. Our resistance to pain is what leads to suffering, but understanding enables us to get past it. When things are hard, we have the option to choose to let go of our attachment to the pain and discover happiness in the here and now. 13. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These persons have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen. Kubler-Ross, Elizabeth. It is possible to feel isolated in our pain when life is difficult. Nonetheless, our hardships foster empathy and compassion in us and help us relate to the universal human experience. Adversity teaches us all the depth of the human spirit and the beauty of resiliency. 14. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. Young Carl. In order to grow personally, we frequently need to face our biggest fears and insecurities. Life's pain could indicate that we are about to experience a profound awakening. We can grow into our best selves and broaden our consciousness by accepting the suffering that comes with self-discovery. 15. John Vance Cheney once said, "The soul would have no rainbow had the eyes no tears." Tears are an indication of the depth of our feelings rather than a sign of weakness. Our tears nourish the spirit and purify the soul when life hurts. Every tear shed brings us one step closer to recovery and rejuvenation and serves as a reminder that beauty can be discovered even in the depths of despair. 16. Sometimes, when we are in the midst of chaos, we find ourselves unidentified. It's simple to forget who we are when life is painful and hectic, but hardship has a way of removing the outer layers and exposing our actual selves. We have the chance to rediscover who we are in the midst of chaos and come out stronger and more genuine than before. 17. The pain of yesterday is the strength of today. Unidentified. Every obstacle we overcome bolsters our spirit and increases our resilience. Pain in life serves as a reminder of the struggles we've already overcome and the resilience we've developed. Every hardship we face gives us a sense of empowerment and strengthens our resolve to keep going. 18. Sometimes the strongest people are the ones who love beyond all faults, cry behind closed doors, and fight battles that nobody knows about. Unidentified. Its power is not always audible or obvious to others. Our resilience is frequently defined by the silent struggles we endure when life is difficult. The power to love unconditionally, to persevere in solitude, and to conquer invisible hardships is a testimonial to the depth of our character. 19. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Rumi, author of. When we suffer losses in life, it can be simple to feel hopeless and devastated. But rather than being indicators of weakness, these wounds are opportunities for change. Our wounds allow, just as a seed needs to break open in order to sprout. 20. The human spirit is stronger than anything that can happen to it. Charles C. Scott. The human spirit is indestructible, no matter how severe the suffering or difficult the situation. When things are hard in life, it shows how resilient we are to hardship. It is in the depths of despair that our inner strength is most evident. 21. The greater your storm, the brighter your rainbow. Unidentified. It's simple to lose hope when things in life seem chaotic and stormy, but we frequently find the deepest sources of happiness and beauty in the middle of our biggest struggles. The darkness we face amplifies our resilience's brightness, much like a rainbow does after a storm. 22. The wound heals the wound. Marty Rubin. Healing begins in the depths of our pain. When life hurts, it's an opportunity to go into the root of our sorrow and confront the wounds that lie beneath. By identifying and embracing our sorrow, we pave the ground for true healing and transformation to occur. 23. Scars are tattoos with better stories. Unknown. Every scar we carry offers a narrative of survival and resilience. When life inflicts wounds upon us, we wear our scars as badges of honor, memories of the battles we've fought and the strength we've gained. Each scar is a monument to our endurance and the path we've traveled. 24. Albert Einstein once said, In the midst of adversity lies opportunity. Experiencing anguish and despair is a common reaction when life is difficult. However, within every problem lies the seed of possibility for growth and transformation. We can reach our full potential and uncover latent strengths when we overcome adversity. Seizing opportunities presented by life's challenges is possible when we approach them with bravery and perseverance. 25. You must go through the storm to see the rainbow. Unidentified. Dark and hopeless times are frequently encountered on the road to happiness and contentment. We are about to make a breakthrough when life gives us pain. We can emerge from the storm and enjoy the beauty of the rainbow that lies ahead if we are resilient and persistent enough to weather the storm. 26. The darkest nights produce the brightest stars. Unidentified. We frequently find the depths of our inner strength and resilience in the depths of our sorrow and suffering. Life's painful experiences serve as a reminder that there is hope even in the depths of despair. Our resiliency shines in the dark and points the way toward healing and hope, much like stars do in the night sky. 27. As Jean de la Bruyere once said, out of difficulties grow miracles. We have the chance to see the amazing power of resilience when we are up against obstacles that seem insurmountable. Life's painful experiences serve as a reminder that miracles can happen even in the most trying circumstances. We give ourselves the chance for change and rejuvenation when we face adversity with bravery and faith. 28. Your present circumstances don't determine where you can go. They merely determine where you start. Nido Quabine Jr. It is easy to feel stuck in our current situation when life is painful, but our current difficulties do not limit our potential going forward. Every setback is a chance to make a fresh start and steer in the direction of a better tomorrow. With resilience and dedication, we can overcome any challenge and build the life we wish. 29. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Jobs, Steve. When life hurts, it's easy to lose sight of our passion and purpose. However, hardship has a way of clarifying our priorities and reminding us of what's actually important. By embracing our interests and chasing our objectives with unshakable resolve, we may turn our suffering into fuel for greatness. 30. Pain is the touchstone of spiritual growth. Unknown. When life hurts, it's a catalyst for profound spiritual awareness and development. Our greatest grief has the capacity to lead us to greater understanding, compassion, and enlightenment. By embracing our grief with courage and humility, we can go on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual progress. 31. The only real prison is fear, and the only real freedom is freedom from fear. Aung San Suu Kyi. When life hurts, fear may frequently immobilize us and hinder us from going on. But real freedom comes from facing our anxieties head-on and overcoming their power over us. By embracing courage in the face of adversity, we break free from the constraints of fear and find the endless possibilities that await. 32. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Aristotle Onassis. When life hurts and everything feels dreary, it's crucial to retain perspective and seek out the glimmers of light that shine throughout the darkness. Even in our darkest situations, there is light to be found if we have the fortitude to look for it. By focusing our attention on the positive aspects of our lives, we may navigate through the storm and emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. 33. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Charles R. Swindoll. When faced with difficulty, we have the power to select our response. While we may not always have control over the circumstances of our lives, we can control how we react to them. When life hurts, it's crucial to retain a positive outlook and confront obstacles with tenacity and resolve. Our attitude towards hardship ultimately decides our ability to overcome it. 34. The best way out is always through. Robert Frost. When faced with misery, there may be a strong desire to run away or avoid it, but real healing and development come from taking on our problems head-on and overcoming them with bravery and resiliency. By embracing the path through hardship, we emerge on the other side stronger, smarter, and more resilient than before. 35. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Frankl, Victor. We can discover that we are helpless to alter our situation when faced with unfathomable suffering or misfortune, but every obstacle offers a chance for development and change on a personal level. Pain in life serves as a reminder to examine oneself and develop the fortitude, compassion, and resilience that will see us through even the worst of circumstances. 36. The only way to deal with fear is to face it. Unidentified. Our innate tendency may be to avoid or repress fear when it arises, but real bravery is facing our worries head-on and welcoming them into our hearts. When things go wrong in life, it's a chance to face our worries and come out on the other side stronger and more confident. 37. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Unidentified. It's simple to give up hope when things are difficult in life and the road ahead looks difficult, but the most difficult paths frequently lead to the most fruitful ends. We get closer to realizing our dreams with each challenge we accept and every disappointment we experience. We find the beauty at the end of the road when we persevere through the challenges. 38. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Angelou Maya. Even though we might not be able to change the situations in our lives, we nevertheless have the ability to choose how we react to them. Life's setbacks serve as a reminder that we are capable of rising above them and emerging from them stronger and more resilient than before. We regain our power and create our own future by choosing not to let our sorrow define us. 39. Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, "Our doubts of today will be the only thing preventing us from realizing tomorrow." Doubt and uncertainty can obscure our picture of the future when life is painful, but our uncertainties do not limit our ability to develop and succeed. By facing our uncertainties head-on with bravery and resolve, we open the door to a more promising future full with limitless opportunities. The secret to realizing our full potential is having confidence in our skills and abilities. 40. Thomas Paine once said, "The harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph." It is simple to lose sight of victory when life is painful and we are surrounded by conflict and strife, but we frequently win our biggest successes when faced with the most difficult obstacles. Every challenge we meet head-on fortifies our determination and advances us toward achievement. Accepting the challenge, we prepared the ground for victory.